Wow, this might be one of this is the best minivan I've ever seen. I've never seen anybody get this much into a minivan and still be comfortable. Hi everyone, welcome back to my next video. Today we're meeting with Ray. Hi Ray.
Nice to meet you, Bob.
Nice to meet you. And you are in a real nice minivan setup.
Yeah.
And so tell us a little bit about yourself. How long have you been on the road?
Okay, this is my maiden voyage.
Maiden voyage.
So I'm going to be out here for 6 months. Maybe see you again in RTR.
Right, but it's your intention to go full-time or close to full-time?
It will be, if not in this vehicle, in a stand-up vehicle, probably a box truck next. I'm going to try this and then probably end up eventually in 6 months to a year in a box truck.
So you're a tall guy, so probably the minivan is a little limiting for you.
It is. I actually fit in there, and I measured all the clearances, and I lowered bed platform so I have like a ½ inch sitting up. And then when you're laying down, it doesn't matter. But and that's a smaller van. It's a Mazda, smaller than the Sienna and the Odysseys. So I had to plan accordingly for the height. And so even the toilet that I made, lower, everything's like 11 inch. So yeah, I had to make everything smaller, but it's still surprisingly roomy.
It doesn't have to be all or nothing. So you probably already had the minivan.
Did.
Why not go out and try it, practice it?
Yeah. So, and watched a million YouTube University videos. Thank you very much. To learn how to do most of the stuff, but the build is the funnest, the most fun part, and then you just got to figure out, does it work?
So what do you think so far?
But I mean, I've been following you for so many years that feel like I know what to expect and everything, and I'm used. I like to camp, but I've never done this where I'm 100% off grid with power and everything. And I have sleep apnea, so I have a CPAP machine I have to run. So there's a few things that I have to have power for that I had to make accommodations for, and that made me a little nervous. If that goes out, but so far so good.
So you still have a job. Is your job allowing you to work from the road?
Yeah, I develop mobile applications, and so I've been remote forever. So, but I have not been brave enough to go out and do this. So that's the scary part. Yeah.
Well, the big thing for most people trying to go remote is the internet.
Right. Starlink.
Oh, you have Starlink up there?
Well, I don't have it yet because I need more solar. I need portable solar. I just can't do it, but I'm set for it.
Well, is it okay if we take a look around and see what you've done?
Love to. Thanks.
Let's do that, folks.
I have a sofa that collapses down into a bed, and I also have a couple of refrigerators there. One's a freezer and one's a fridge. And then over here, I built a long countertop so I can cook, and I can also have my little air fryer there that I love. And underneath that is a box we'll look at later. That's a secret toilet hidden in there.
Oh, yeah.
And then I have a little kitchen module up here that can move. It's mounted, but it can also move back so I can get somebody in the passenger seat. And I have running water inside underneath there, and I can pull that out and show it to you. I have some spices, a few drawers, a little trash can. I'll even have a little faucet with running water, and there's a little TV even up top, just because of course you have to have my whole background was a video person, so.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, see, once I'm in here, I'm fine. And I can reach everything. I don't know if you will, but I can reach all my coolers and get into everything in here. And I can reach everything here. Got a nice fan, which swivels out of the way. And then this is the best boat fan I've ever seen in my life. And then I even have lighting up over here. You can touch that, but this is a little light that shines down onto the stove. I have a coffee pot wired in up there in the front. Not a coffee pot, sorry, water kettle, electric water kettle for making coffee. So this is a removable spice rack. I have these little spices that come out. I don't know if I'm going to get a position. They all come out and they stick, and they have little magnets in the back that help them stick into there. But I put these on little looped shock cords so I can pull it out. So if I wanted to cook outside, remove that, and that goes outside with me. But also it gives me access to my water. And there's my gray water tank is on the left. Fresh water tank. I'll go ahead and start the hose up there. You can see it running and everything.
Nice. Really, really nice.
I love those USB pumps.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Just rechargeable.
Right.
And then.
Very, very nice.
And this is just, I don't know if you've seen it, magnets and everything. It's just all in the build, just magnetic.
Right.
Little magnets on the back of this thing to help it stick in here, and everything travels. Nothing, it rattles, but it doesn't move.
Yeah, so you got a whole vertical storage here.
Yeah, headphones go here. It's my little remote for my TV. Some battery storage, battery charger. I use rechargeables and all these little puck lights. Everything is rechargeable batteries. This is just some storage, but back into here is wiring for Starlink, which is 12 volt. I converted it to 12 volt so that I can run it on DC only. And I have a travel router, a tiny travel router. It's not in there right now. So I'm pre-wired for Starlink. That's my next big purchase. And then just some snacks up here, and they travel well. 3,000 miles, nothing's come loose.
Nice.
Bread keeper, some storage under here. You could do that maybe from the other side. And you will see it, but plenty of stuff storage down under there. So this countertop, I cut it into 3 pieces so that I could hinge it. So that this piece hinges back, and then it has magnets that stick down right here and hold it into place. Then I hinged it on the back side, and I lift up the fan, and now it's out of the way at night or whenever I need it. And this is a hidden box, which is a toilet. The top comes off. Hold on a second.
Oh my, a real toilet.
And then inside here, it's all clean. Oops. I'll lift just both of these up, and you can see this is compost material in this bucket here. Little 3-gallon bucket with a flat front edge. It's shorter because it's so low profile in here. Then the urine, for a urine container, I just used a water container, tightest, smallest thing I could find to fit in there. And I even have a little fan in the back of the exhaust fan in the back of that thing, and just throw some wood chips into there. And there's a funnel on the top of this thing that I had to have custom 3D printed. Then in here is a microwave.
Oh wow.
So you pull that down, and I put it on wheels. So it slides out. I don't have my AC inverter on right this second, but made it just so it's easy to get to it. And just go back in, out of the way. Toilet paper goes here. Don't have that here right now. Even have a little mirror that folds down from there. Some cooking goods, more storage, pots and pans, a couple of plates, bowl, more spices, toilet paper next to spices, of course, because that's where you keep it. And I have storage for a lot of canned goods, which I'm not carrying right now, but there's a lot that's pretty deep. A little extra storage area. I've got a little bit of fruit up there. And then I also have fire alarms, CO2 alarm, propane detector in here as well.
Wow, this might be one of the this is the best minivan I've ever seen. I've never seen anybody get this much into a minivan and still be comfortable.
And the clearances are micro set, like every little thing, everything that can move and switch, and the clearances are so thin. And because I did not want to be uncomfortable, and the biggest thing now is getting internet. That's the one thing that I'm finding I have to have reliable. But other than that, everything else is here. I've got more power than I could ever use.
I love these stowaways. I had a stowaway.
I saw your video.
Yeah, no, they're amazing.
I had to
high quality.
I had to do a little trick on this because this is a 1 1/4 hitch, not a 2-inch hitch. Oh. So it works, but I can't overload that. I'm pushing it. Yeah, basically. These fold down for the bed, but this is how I get to it. And luckily, I don't need to because I have the app. I don't need to get to it, but this is the power station. The big BLUETTI AC 200 Max.
That's a great power station. I think it's the best on the market.
It's for this setup. I actually have other ones at home that are bigger, but this one is spectacular for everything I need to run. It had all the right inputs and everything. The solar runs in over here. You can tell it's been here for about a year. I did this first, and it's faded, but it hasn't leaked or anything. That's waterproof tape. And it just kind of comes, wires down in, and then I wired it up and down. And it comes all the way down and around and under. And I'm real meticulous about wiring and labeling everything. And
well, that pays off in the long run.
It already has. Especially every little input I've got labeled.
Nice. Really, really nice.
This is just a CPAP machine that I have. It runs on DC. In a hotel or whatever, I run on AC. But I bought a small one for travel that can run on DC. It takes about 35 watts, which is a big deal in the middle of the night. So
it's spectacular. It really is.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. In here is, this is for the pump, and I have a 7-gallon water tank in there for showers, and a quick connect hose that connects here, right to here, pops right there. And then I have a whole shower assembly, shower tent that comes and sets up on the outside of this. I don't have it set up right here, but I have these little eyelets, and then I just bend a tent pole between there and here, and it forms a 6-foot semicircle. And
Just
I have
one of
shower curtains.
the flexible tent poles on a tent.
Oh my God, it's great. This is where I have all my fuse panel for all my 12-volt things. And so this is powered back to the BLUETTI. I even have a tool charger because I have tools with me, and I have 20-volt batteries that I stick in, and I recharge those. Those are AC, of course. I try not to run the AC except just a few minutes at a time when I need it. And that's another reason I love this BLUETTI in that app, is that you can turn on the solar and the AC. You can turn it on here and off. You don't have to get out of the car, because of the way I've buried my power station under cushions and everything in the back. I can turn AC on and off and never have to get out. That was a big concern. I originally had the AC 200 that didn't have a Bluetooth connection, so I swapped it for this one. Up top, I have, these are 3 gearboxes, which are really expensive. They're toolboxes from Home Depot, and I used butyl tape, which you use to seal roof things on RVs to keep it from leaking. And so 3,000 miles, no leaks. And I have jumper cables and kind of a rope and a hose in here in the cargo carrier. But I also have a thin Thule roof box, and there I have a suitcase with winter clothes and other things, more wiring and tools and things. And then on top of all of this, 300 watts of solar, which I put on a hinge that you can see better from the other side, but so that I could hinge it up and follow the sun and get a few more extra watts. When I want to lift my solar up to get more wattage, I grab a little prop rod, and then there's my bucket, and I just kind of stand up here, and then I can just lift it up, and I prop this there. Also gives me easy access to this for putting waste and trash in this to pack out. And I also have, I would normally, if it were windy, I would take the strap and I hook from there to there, because I don't want it blowing that way. In the future, I'm going to try to use things that are lightweight. This awning, which is a giant 270 awning, this is a sunroof screen from Amazon, and it was the right size, and it has magnets all the way around. And this looks plastic, but it's magnetic. So I really don't even need these, but I have extra magnets to hold it in place, so I can roll the windows down, and these stay on the outside of the minivan door. A lot of people have a problem with minivans. They can't use the slide over screens that you can use on front doors, but look into these bug screens for sunroofs, because you can get a large one and fit on a large window, and then I don't have to cut it, didn't have to sew anything.
Nice.
Was ready to do that, but got very lucky.
Man, that's great.
And then I have my spare. This is another thing, silly, but if you have a minivan, I've been stuck before. Minivans, a lot of minivans, the little donut spare mounts right up underneath, and it is, if you're ever need to get it down, you only have a few inches of area to get in. And I knew if I ever need to jack it up and everything, there's no way I'm doing that in the desert or anywhere in rocks. So I pulled it out and I've mounted it into this box. It's another reason I got the big box, was to hold that spare tire, so that I could just have it easily accessible and not have to get underneath the car to get it. That's not very practical.
No.
Yeah, this holds a lot. Too much. I already need to thin it out.
Yeah, oh yeah, everyone discovers that on the first trip. That's a compressor fridge also?
Yeah, just 2 of the Bodega 20 quarts. I had them a year or so, and I have this one set as a freezer. And of course, it takes more power and cycling more often.
Well, Ray, thank you so much for sharing your home with us. This is a brilliant design and build. It really is. You must have an engineering background.
No, just like to learn, like to play.
Kind of an engineering mind.
Yeah.
That mindset works on almost anything. Well, this is brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So, folks, I know you've seen things here you've never seen before, and you've gotten some great ideas. If you did, like us on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and we'll talk to you on the next video. See you then.